Hi everyone, they say life is unpredictable. You never know when a single moment can change your life forever. Has anyone ever been bitten by a scorpion in this class? I'd love to know who else can relate to my story. Life's unpredictability teaches us a lesson we can never forget. My story is a testament to this, an experience I had at the age of 8 years old. And let me take you back to my home country. I learned how fragile life can be, even in the comfort of your own home. This story involves a scorpion, the healthcare system, and how fragile a life can be. I was 8 years old and it was nighttime. Everyone in the house was getting ready to sleep. I usually sleep with my grandmother and my aunt, but that day I decided to sleep with my parents. I don't know why. My brother was already cuddled up with them and the light was already turned off in the room when my mom asked for a glass of water. When I was trying to go to the kitchen, I stepped on something sharp. I screamed in pain, convinced I had stepped on a needle. At that time, my aunt was a fashion designer, so she'd leave needles all around the house, so I thought it was hers. To explain to you guys how bad the pain was imagine there's a needle sticking upwards and you step your foot on it directly and it goes right through your foot. That's how bad it was. My parents jumped up in fear, quickly turning on the light. That's when we saw two large black scorpions. One scorpion was crawling up the door while the other was right next to my foot, the one that had just bitten me. I screamed and my dad had picked me up. I was still in shock as the realization hit me that two deadly creatures was inside our home. And my loud screams had woken up our neighbors. They came to my house and heard the commotion. They asked what happened and we told them the story. And they laughed it off and said that it's nothing and that in Afghanistan at least 2 people in their lifetime would get bitten by one at some point in their life. My dad rushed me to the hospital, but the experience there was more traumatizing than the bite itself. The hospital was unsanitary with 30 people jam-packed in just one room. And babies were dying one right after another due to lack of care. That night I saw firsthand how fragile life is and how poorly equipped the healthcare system is. The pain I felt from the scorpion was nothing compared to the sadness of watching innocent life fade away with preventable conditions like fever. I saw 4 babies pass away because of fever just like that, and there was no nurses or doctors to be found in that room while they passed away. Looking back, that experience shaped my understanding of life and resilience. While I survived a scorpion bite with minimal treatment, many others around me were so unfortunate they didn't get to see the world. That night taught me the importance of addressing systematic healthcare issues, especially on underserved countries like Afghanistan, Syria, Kuwait, Palestine, and so on. It also inspired me to be a healthcare worker as a CRNA to ensure that others don't experience the same neglect as I did. Years later, I wrote about this experience in my scholarship essay for John Muir. I Belong Scholarship, that's what it was called, and I guess it was their first time giving out scholarships as well. It was a story of survival and hope for a change. I earned first place, not because of my writing skills, but because of lessons that resonate with us all. Life is fragile. Even the smallest action, like improving healthcare, can make a world of a difference. What I learned was never to underestimate life's unpredictability, and now we strive to make better for those who can't.